afternoon, everyone. Welcome, and we are talking to Nic Fraser, the Holiday Activity and Food Program Manager in Surrey. Welcome, Nic. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you for having me.
You're welcome, thank you. Now I'm just going to run for the first question, nice and easy. What is the Holiday Activity and Food Club 4 program, and who runs this in Surrey?
So the Holiday Activity and Food Programme is also known as HAF. It's a nationally funded programme from the Department of Education. It was piloted back in 2021 off the back of the Marcus Rashford campaign during lockdown, you might remember that. And then during the last comprehensive spending review, it was extended for another 3 years until March 2025, which is great news. In Surrey, the programme is coordinated by Active Surrey, and we call the programme locally Club 4, which focuses on 4 main key components, which are fun, friends, food and fitness. And Club 4 provides exciting opportunities for children and young people during the main school holidays, so Easter, summer and Christmas. And the core of the programme really is to provide exciting, accessible holiday camps which offer a diverse range of activities, physical activity, enriching activity, a really high quality meal and food education for children and parents.
I just want to highlight before that, as being a football fan, I just have to say Marcus Rashford done that fantastic campaign in the lockdown, and I would say it's good to see Active Food Programme as HAF is helping to bring out more for the young kids as well. So I'm fully on board and I'm happy to see that happening going forward. Rolling on to number 2 now. Who are Active Surrey? What do you do?
So I work for an organisation called Active Surrey, and we are the county's active partnership. Our main aim is to get people moving more. We promote benefits of physical activity for the community development, as well as people's mental and physical well-being, all the way from preschoolers through to pensioners. Within Active Surrey, we have 3 main teams. So we have our health team, communities team and schools team, and lots of great support staff who help us do our everyday jobs. We coordinate a wide range of programmes and partnerships, including Be Your Best, which is our family weight management programme, the Specsavers Surrey Youth Games and School Games, plus Friday Night Project, which is a Friday night evening leisure centre takeover for young people aged 11 to 18 who might be at risk of hanging about on the streets or causing some form of antisocial behaviour. So they're just a few of the flavours of the types of activities and programmes that we deliver.
Who is this programme for, and how can they get involved?
So the Club 4 programme is for children and young people who are on benefits-related free school meals in reception to school year 11. We have some flexibility to provide the programme to looked after children or previously looked after children, children living in higher areas of deprivation, young carers, or children with refugee status or those who are seeking asylum. The programme is also catering for children and young people with additional needs and disabilities, with lots of opportunities for children and young people to join mainstream provision, or if that's not suitable for them, then we have provision which is a kind of smaller ratio of children to adults, and camps for cater for children with complex needs. All children who receive benefits-related free school meals will be able to get a voucher through their school, or if they don't receive benefits-related free school meals but are also part of the criteria, then they can be referred to the programme and be able to get a code to be able to book onto the free activities. There are limited places, so anyone who receives their voucher, parents and carers, you're advised to book as soon as possible to avoid disappointment. And we do ask that you only book for the provision that you can attend. We do find that sometimes people book because it's free and then they can't attend it, and that takes a place away from another child who might need it. So you'll be able to get involved by receiving your voucher through your school if the children are on benefits-related free school meals, or for those that are not on benefits-related free school meals but can be referred to the programme, they'll also be given a code to access the booking system.
That's really cool. I was just having a read as well there where it says sharing referral with the Surrey Virtual School to distribute. It's good to see that the Surrey Virtual School is being involved, because I, as a person of care myself, had a big close relationship with Surrey Virtual School, and they are helpful, so it's good to see them being in another foothold where they can make a difference.
Yeah, and we will be sharing that referral form this week with them, but we will always share the referral form with the virtual school. Anwen's been really great in supporting the programme, so yeah, we'll definitely be supporting it and providing opportunities for the children and young people involved.
Thanks there, Nic. Now moving on to question 4. How are the providers supported to meet the needs of looked after children and those who have experienced childhood trauma?
So many of our providers, they've already been working in the Club 4 programme for quite a while. They were part of our pilot last year during 2021 and have delivered at Easter of this year. But ahead of the summer programme, we're delivering a wide range of free training to all of our providers, just to make sure that they're fully equipped with lots of skills and understanding of how to meet children's needs, to be able to enhance the offer and basically deliver that high quality offer that we know that they need on the ground. We also have specific training session on understanding your audience, looked after children, which is being delivered by Dr. Sharon Kefford, who I believe is the designated doctor for looked after children in Surrey, Helen Hale from the Surrey Virtual School, and Elaine Andrews from Surrey Corporate Parenting Board. We've also got lots of other workshops, including child wellbeing, managing challenging behaviour, mental health, youth awareness, and understanding your audience additional needs and disabilities. So there's a whole range of training there for our providers, which is how we can make sure that they do understand and know the needs of all of our kind of specific target audiences that we work with, looked after children being one of them.
Looking at that section of training, that is extensive training, and it's like we say, if you want them to be the best at their job, you got to give them the best training.
It's really important for us to make sure that our providers are supported. You know, they're the ones at the coalface, as it were, delivering on the ground, dealing with different types of families every day, people that come with all sorts of walks of life, and we want to make sure that every child who goes has a really good experience and that they can be catered for and looked after, not just kind of another number or another name on a register. So we want to make sure that all of our providers are fully supported so they can really deliver a high quality offer to all of our children and families that are involved.
Nic, I love how you just put that, and of course I just want to put a sprinkle on that. We call you guys champions. That's what we call you. So keep up the hard work, and I go say that training is fantastic. Now, Nic, what kind of activities can children and young people get involved in? Give us some examples.
So we have such a big range of opportunities for children and young people within lots and lots of different camps. We have everything from kind of theatre and drama to build children's confidence and self-esteem. We have outdoor learning, which is done in partnership with Surrey Outdoor Learning and Development, sold up at Hayashi House and Henry Fort. Children can try orienteering and climbing, archery, lots of focus around team building skills and just being outside in the natural environment. We've got lots of STEM camps, so that's science, technology, engineering and maths, to allow young people to have a go at things like coding and filmmaking, social advocacy, drumming, so many different things that isn't kind of your bread and butter, things that, you know, children who aren't necessarily sporty would like to try and hopefully have a go at. Things that, you know, it's extending that. We've got things like Minecraft and all sorts of activities like that that young people will hopefully be really appealed to go to. Again, lots of kind of sport-specific things. So we have dance and gymnastics all around creativity and trying new skills. Some of these children will have never tried or never been to a proper gymnastics club where it's got all the big showy equipment and things like that. We have, again, camps like judo camps and basketball camps, opportunities for them to try lots of different sports and physical activity that maybe they haven't had a chance to go to before. And then we have provision for some of the older young people. So we have secondary age provision as well. Some of it around mental health and wellbeing. You know, it's been a challenge for everyone over the last couple of years, but particularly trying to support young people there. Life skills and workshop-based programs around robot designs, graffiti art, business enterprise. So lots and lots of different things that hopefully appeal to that slightly older age range as well. We also have a days out program where there's an organisation we work with who take secondary age young people and they take them to escape rooms, and it's all about team building and building their confidence and their self-esteem. And then we have some provision that's specific for those that have additional needs. So we have some providers who run additional needs camps only, and they'll do things like baking and farm trips and water sports. So again, a huge range of diverse activities. So a really, really exciting offer for this summer.
Hayashi House is a place which I remember a lot, and I feel quite old now because I've been in for so long, but that's the best place for team building. Young people can go there. I think there's swing ropes, there's so much to do there. And then you expanded on basketball stuff. So for me, having come up through it and seeing what's been put in place, because all this seems new, and all I can say is that's all fantastic stuff, and it's going to get the best out of young people. And it's like you say, it's really hard for young people in the normal world. They might not get exposure to the gym, the nice equipment, but we're showing them here that even though you're in this circumstance, you can still get what they have. So for me, there's a lot going on in there, and I think I might have to put myself on a few of these activities because they are fantastic and they will get the best out of people. So Nic, why is this so beneficial to children and young people?
So there's lots of research out there that shows that school holidays can be pressure points for some families. You know, it can lead to what we would call a holiday experience gap. So where there's, you know, families that can't afford to do certain activities, children are less likely to access organised activity, and therefore they could, you know, social isolation then comes back around again, and they're more likely to be less active perhaps because it's easier for parents to, you know, keep their children at home and get them in front of the telly. I do that with my children as well. But also, you know, there's an element of the programme around food and making sure that they are eating healthily through the holidays, because during term time they get their school food standard meal through their school, but in the holidays, are they, you know, a couple of quid down the local chicken shop? Actually, we want to be encouraging healthy eating throughout the whole year. So there's lots of reasons why this programme's kind of come around, but it also aims to kind of support children and their families by providing academic support in an informal setting, having lots of different new opportunities and learning new skills that children may not get to try before. So again, reflecting on the question earlier, lots of different experiences for young people and actually exposing them to those experiences. Supporting the transition back into school after the school holiday periods. We know that the summer being 6 weeks, it's quite a challenging time for families to keep children entertained for that amount of time, but also then going back into school, they have had some form of routine over the summer holidays. They've been used to getting up and doing something perhaps, you know, with new peer groups. So again, there's a lot of emphasis around making new relationships, not just with other children, but with other adults and other grown-ups that they'll have to get to know, other coaches and camp leaders and so on and so forth. So it's not just parents and teachers. We're trying to expose them to lots of different adults in all sorts of walks of life. Again, sort of hitting on the social isolation. Obviously, everyone's felt that over the last couple of years, but encouraging positive interaction between, like I said, other children and other adults as well. Improving children's mental and physical well-being, so obviously them being out and about, getting to do something exciting, we hope gives them a little bit of a confidence boost, helps build their self-esteem and their motivation.
Yeah, I was going to say that one there, because it could be as simple as going for a walk or just encouraging them to go out to a coffee shop or a library. So I understand, because even for me at home, I got a flat, so having to get out, because without my foster carer now saying, Joe, go out, it's on me now from what I've learned. So I think that's really key and positive.
And it's them understanding that that's good for them. They can just go out and do that kind of thing. So they can, you know, and some children and people, they experience a lot of anxiety nowadays around that. So by encouraging them to try and get out and about, we try and make sure that all the camps, as we talked about earlier, they're set up and the children can be catered for, and that those anxieties slowly ebb away over time. But some of the other things that we're trying to, you know, why it's beneficial is around the support for parents and carers, giving them some kind of respite over the summer holidays. We want to try and support those parents and carers. You know, everybody's facing a really difficult year ahead with financial hardship, and actually through the programme we can help signpost parents and carers to additional support if they need it, through citizen advice, through, you know, financial experts who might be able to help them with debt or with housing, signposting them to local food banks if they do need to access additional food for outside of the time that their children are looked after through the Club 4 programme. So again, it's not just about the child, it's about that kind of holistic approach to the family. And obviously, most importantly, as we touched on, I think before maybe the mic started, but giving them a healthy meal, Joe, because I know that's something that you're quite interested in, but making sure that they have a healthy, nutritious meal as part of their day, because some of these children, they might struggle to be fed at home now that parents are battling. Do they feed their children? Do they, you know, heat their house and all that kind of thing? So making sure that, you know, those parents and carers who do send their children to the Club 4 camp, that they know they're going to go and they're going to be fed healthy food and they're going to come home hopefully with a full belly. So that's kind of the main benefits to the programme, and why we work really hard to make sure that offer is as high quality and provides those experiences for children and young people of Surrey.
There's some fantastic things you've mentioned there indeed, and to go back to full bellies and full meals, you know me, every young person has to eat. It's fantastic what you've said, because you guys, especially when you say it's not only just the young people you focus on, it's the parents as well. And I think when you said that, it just opens up the broad world for people to understand what you actually do. You help the families all together as a whole, because like you said, with gas going up and then food prices going up, people are sacrificing. Do we sacrifice the heat for meal or meal for heat? So I think it's good what you guys are doing, and it's really, really fantastic. And with Marcus Rushford initiative started and you guys picking up and driving it further, I think we can see the progress is looking really good, Nick. And I just want kids to have full bellies and have nice meals every day. But I think they're in a good place with Active Surrey leading and doing what they do. And I just hope you guys are getting support as well from the government and Surrey as well. So I think that's really good stuff, Nick.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for having me today, Joe. And if anyone does have any questions, they can email us at haf@surreycc.gov.uk.
There you heard it from Nick indeed. And it's been a pleasure to have Nick with us today, and I hope we have her again soon. But thank you everyone for listening to our podcast, and we look forward to seeing you again. If you have any questions about the podcast, please feel free to email the Surrey Virtual School